In a forgotten corner of the town lies a house, abandoned and cursed. Locals call it the House of Jinn. Years ago, a family moved into this very house. They saw it as their dream home, spacious rooms, beautiful gardens. But what they didn't know was that something else had already claimed this house as its own. It started small, the sound of footsteps in the attic when no one was there. Objects would vanish only to reappear in strange places. Then, the lights began flickering, though there was no power outage. One night, the father of the family heard a voice calling his name from the basement. Thinking it was his wife or one of the children, he went down to investigate. But what greeted him was not his family. As he stepped into the darkness, the door slammed shut behind him. Faint whispers surrounded him, voices speaking in a language he could not understand. The air grew colder, and he felt something watching him from the shadows. He screamed for help, and just like that, the door opened. His wife found him pale, shaking, and unable to explain what had happened. From that night on, the hauntings grew stronger. The family began hearing voices that called their names at all hours, sometimes whispering, other times demanding. Shadows moved in the corners of their vision, vanishing the moment they looked. Desperate for answers, they turned to a local priest, who warned them of the house's dark past. Legends spoke of dark rituals performed on this very ground, long before the house was built. And now, the Jinn had made it their home. But it was already too late. One night, the youngest child woke up screaming, claiming she had seen a tall, shadowy figure standing at the foot of her bed, its eyes glowing red in the darkness. Terrified, the family fled the house the very next day, leaving everything they owned behind. They would never return. Since then, no one has dared to live in the house, but the strange happenings never stopped. Passers-by report seeing lights flickering inside and shadowy figures moving behind the windows. Many believe the Jinn still live there, guarding the house, warning away anyone who dares come too close. And so, the house remains abandoned, but never truly empty, waiting for its next victim. Would you dare to enter, knowing the Jinn still lurk within its walls? If you want to hear more stories of the unseen and the unknown, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, beware the shadows.